episode 14, 5 to 1, Best Things About Camping and Halloween Special. Do you guys set your marshmallows on fire and then blow them out? Or do you slowly toast them until they're just perfectly lightly brown on the outside and about to...
Fire. Definitely fire. No way.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 5 to 1, the best hour of your day and the best list podcast out in the wild. 5 to 1 is all about the countdown from our panel of experts on a different topic each week. Today, we are featuring the best things about camping and our style of counting down from
5 to 1.
So, it's the fall, and temperatures are finally starting to drop a little bit. Not enough, but some, and this type of weather gets us all thinking about camping, since it's not so sweltering hot, and most of the mosquitoes and other bugs have crawled back to whatever hell they spawned from, right?
The nether.
So, who is us? Who's talking today? How about some introductions? I am your host, Chris Moore.
What?
Chris Moore.
Oh!
That's the
Can I
only...
introduce myself?
Sure.
And then you
it's
can
probably better
introduce
than the
me?
one I came up with. Go ahead.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
Okay, never
Let's
mind.
get right into the news.
Okay, I didn't come up with very good ones. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scary Soon. Today will be another
come on.
Okay, stop with that. My two 12-year-old, my two sons, outdoorsy sons, my 12-year-old geocading and my 9-year-old cliff jumping jet. So
Yours was the best one.
I couldn't think of good ones. I tried.
I like mine.
It's kind of lame, but whatever. Okay, also, we're talking about camping today, but we were supposed to have a special episode, so we're going to do a little bit of that special episode before we get into the camping. And our
Right.
special episode was Halloween.
Rawr, rawr.
Spooky.
Oh, we never did that.
Vroom,
We
vroom.
never did. You're right. Did you guys have a good Halloween?
I loved it.
I loved it.
Vroom, vroom.
So what are we going to do about Halloween?
Well, I got a little bit here planned. We'll just talk about it for a minute. We took a couple weeks off while things that were hectic, but we did celebrate Halloween in between episodes. We really celebrated twice, right? We went trick-or-treating with your cousins, and we also went to the Dallas Zoo, right?
Yep.
Sort of trick-or-treating. We got like 1 or 2 pieces of candy, but they were
Yeah, but the point of going to the zoo wasn't to go trick-or-treating, really. It was
to have fun.
that you got to dress up in costume and see a bunch of kids and animals and stuff. So,
And aim my crossbow at them.
I saw a
Yeah.
turtle.
which was
I
better,
have a turtle.
the Dallas Zoo or the normal trick-or-treating?
Normal trick-or-treating.
No more trick-or-treating.
Okay, fair enough.
We didn't get as much candy this year, though. We didn't bring sleeping bags.
We got lots of candy, and I think you mean pillowcases, not
Same
sleeping
thing.
bags. But yeah, last time I gave you guys pillowcases, and your friends took them all, and the ones they didn't take got so dirty we had to throw them away. So instead of buying all new pillowcases this year, we used plastic sacks that we got from the Dallas Zoo, and they were full. You guys got a lot of candy.
Yeah, but ours combined is like...
It was a lot.
I
Okay, so
ate a lot.
we had planned on doing like a special Halloween episode. I was going to record
Yeah.
you guys and
Never
other
told
people.
us, though.
I didn't until the last minute, but I did get some clips.
Yeah, but it was only like a minute and 40 long.
Well, we had our 5 to 1 mics on us live on Halloween night, so I thought we don't leave any fan behind. Let's play some of the clips that we got from Halloween night, and we could talk about them a little bit, okay?
All right.
All right,
Okay.
here was one, the first one. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. Here it is.
Hey, Camille, what's your favorite part about Halloween?
I don't know.
You like the candy?
Yes.
Do you like dressing up in costumes?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
I don't know.
All right, that was Camille, your guys' cousin.
Yes.
I kind of just sprung that on her without telling her what it was about, so we didn't get any good answers there. But I asked your other cousin Hayden the same question. You ready?
It's way worse.
Hayden, how old are you?
12?
What's your favorite part about Halloween?
Nothing.
You don't like Halloween?
I do.
So what's your favorite part?
Getting the candy.
Candy.
So we got a little bit of an
Yes.
answer there. Yeah. All right, let's see what Rachel has to say. So those were your two cousins. Rachel is
A friend of
a
our
friend.
cousin.
Yeah, it's really your Aunt Mimi, my sister, her friend Ashley from childhood. She has a daughter named Rachel, who's a year older than Cade and Hayden, and we've gone trick or treating with her several times before. So I got a little bit of an interview with her too.
Hey, Rachel, how old are you?
13.
And what's your favorite part about Halloween?
Dressing up.
And what are you this year?
A mermaid.
Is this your favorite costume that you've ever had?
No.
What's your favorite?
My peacock costume.
Peacock. Got it.
All right, so we're getting a little bit better, okay? And here's where it really picked up, all right? You guys ready?
Hey, Jet.
Yeah.
Come here. Jet, how old are you?
9.
What is your favorite thing about Halloween?
Dressing up.
You like to dress up in costumes. What are you this year?
Daryl
Daryl what?
from The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon.
Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. Is this your favorite costume that you've had to date?
Probably.
The only thing I like about him is he has the crossbow hanging on his back.
And your name is?
Alex,
How old are you, Alex?
7.
And what are you this year?
I'm Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren from Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Okay, so I like that one because, Jet, you brought up that your favorite thing to do for Halloween is wear a costume. And this is, you make a big deal of this every year. In fact, I would say normally about this time, like mid-November, you are already planning your costume for next year's Halloween.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You say it all throughout the year, I'm going to be this for Halloween. It changes, right? Because
All the time.
your interests change over the year. But it's a big deal to you.
I change my mind
You changed,
constantly.
You changed your mind this year, like right before Halloween. You were going to be the Joker.
Yeah, and the jacket was like $40, and then we got the vest anyways.
Yeah, and you went. I'm glad you went, Daryl, because that was a really cool costume. And
Yeah.
you've been wearing it a lot, even
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Halloween. You walk around the neighborhood with your Daryl costume and your crossbow.
No, he doesn't walk around the neighborhood. He walks in the neighbor's lawn.
Like,
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
are you like pretending you're looking for zombies and stuff?
No, I just walk around because it looks cool.
Well, it's awfully cute. But
I see you walking like by the tree and then like, across your. I'm
well,
like,
we
"I'm
went
gonna see you."
we
And
went
then, like,
we went
call cops.
hiking, right? And he wore it when we went hiking, and it's not exactly an easy thing to wear when you're going hiking. Because for the black pants, he actually wears slacks,
Yeah.
like dress slacks, because those are the only black pants that we had that fit him.
I was looking for like black pants. I had none in my drawer, and so I just gave up. And I went in Cade's room, and I found those black slacks, and I just thought, heck, this is good.
My favorite was on the way to the zoo when
Hey,
you were
that's pretty
protecting
good.
the train entrances. Every time the train would come to a stop, you would get your
I'd get my
crouch
crossbow.
position with your crossbow up, and protect us.
I was
from-
scared you're gonna like aim it at like the cop, and she would like get all crazy and stuff, like.
I'm a kid.
He's a kid. Yeah, he'd probably be fine. Okay. Yeah. So that was a good one. Hold on, I got another clip here.
Hey, kid, what kind of candy are you getting the most so far?
Milk Duds, one of my favorite Halloween candies of all time.
Yeah, me too. I love Milk Duds. How far into trick-or-treating are we? We've been about 20 minutes, you think?
I say 15.
Have you seen any really cool costumes?
I saw Ash walking far away.
Ash is from Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay. Mostly you've just been running, like sprinting from house to house, leaving everybody
I'm used
behind.
to it from last year with my friends.
Well, of course, he's
Okay, that one got cut off because I got a phone call while I was recording. I don't know if you remember that.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, this Halloween was a lot different than last Halloween. I'm just going to leave it at that. Last Halloween was kind of a train wreck from a parent's perspective, but I'm sure Cade had fun.
I had some fun, but he was with his friends, and I had none of mine over.
You're with Zeke.
Oh my
Zeke isn't
gosh.
his friend. I mean,
he is my friend, but not like a long.
He's nice. Like,
he's a nice kid. I'm just saying he's not Jet's friend. He's just a wrestling buddy. He's more your friend than Jet's.
Yeah,
true.
definitely.
I think they would share a lot of common interests.
True. Anyway, moving on. I've got another clip here. Hang on.
I'm here with Ashley, one of my sister's longtime my friends from childhood. How are you tonight, Ashley? Are you enjoying Halloween so far?
No,
No, why not?
because I need to be home studying right now.
Okay, well, what age do you think is the best for Halloween?
Oh my gosh, this is on the podcast.
So here, it's still playing in the background. She freaked out because she realized
being
I was
live?
recording her,
This is of...
and she didn't. She has like a phobia of being recorded.
Did you not know I was recording at first? Oh.
What the heck?
Yeah. So, but the point was, I was bringing that up because I wanted to ask the question of what is the best age for Halloween, right? Because I think you go through phases. When you're a kid and you're young, like let's say Jet's age or younger, Halloween is awesome, even up to your age, kid. Yeah. It's fun to dress up in costume. It's fun to go out. Would you quit coughing into the freaking microphone, dude? At least turn your face the other way. Okay, so it's fun to go out and dress up and trick or treat and get a whole bunch of candy, right? And then you get a little bit older and you kind of outgrow that because you think dressing up is for kids. And
so
you're
parties, like Halloween parties and stuff like that. Isn't that fun?
There are Halloween parties, but you don't really get to party until you're like in your college years, right?
Yeah.
Like, where you're drinking and partying.
If you're in college, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's great when you're a kid, then you lose interest, then you gain interest again in your college years because of the parties, right? Then you lose interest again until you have your own kids, and then it becomes fun because you
get to dress up
see your kids enjoying it, and it becomes fun for you as a parent in that way. So my question is, what's the best age for Halloween?
I would probably say the max. I mean, I would go longer, but for most people, it would probably be like maybe 14.
See, I think 14 is the worst age for Halloween.
Yeah.
That's in the period.
No, I'm talking about when you stop.
Oh, yeah.
When
That's
you
when
stop.
you stop. So what's the best age for Halloween?
Oh, when you're a little kid, definitely.
Pick a number.
Number.
Oh, probably 6.
What do you say, Cade?
I'd say 64.
All right.
I'm kidding.
I would say like
7
or 8. Yeah.
I'd say 6 because like you're so young, like it's just fun dressing up.
Young.
I don't say G's.
I know you don't say G's.
Go.
All right, next clip.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Kate, why are you singing that song?
I got dots.
Dots.
So what's the worst Halloween candy?
Dots.
Snickers.
Well, you're allergic to peanuts, so something that you can actually eat that's the worst.
Oh, well,
Snickers is amazing.
Snickers are great.
let me think. Like any candy that I can eat is good.
Well,
Wait, oh.
what about candy corn?
Oh, I like candy corn.
But Twizzlers, I know you don't like Twizzlers very much.
Yeah, how about Twizzlers?
I like Twizzlers, but they give me a headache.
A headache? What about dots?
Dots are amazing.
I get
Really? Amazing?
Yeah, dots are awesome.
Okay. What about those?
Dots give me headaches.
What about those little like orange colored foam kind of peanuts? They're not real peanuts. They just look like them and they're orange and kind of squishy.
I've never seen them.
I love those.
Those are so gross.
I've never seen them.
It's just like any other gummy candy.
They're not gummy. They're like almost kind of marshmallowy a little bit.
Oh, those you can buy at the store, like off-brand.
Yeah.
Like belly
the
jelly.
only time you ever see
Oh, belly jelly.
yeah, I guess. The only time you ever see them is Halloween, like dots. They're not very good. Okay, moving on.
Dots get stuck in your teeth, and it's annoying because you have to like. Lick
No,
them.
that
Yeah, they do get
that's
stuck in
kind
your
of
teeth.
that's kind of Milk Duds.
I love Milk Duds.
They're amazing, but they get stuck in our teeth a lot.
That's the best part because
Dots
like
get stuck even more.
and
They're
Tootsie
way
Rolls,
sticky.
Tootsie Rolls too.
Not for me.
They get sticky. Tootsie Rolls are so sticky.
Okay, I got one more clip
take
from
one
Halloween. You
bite.
ready?
Okay, fine.
Hey, Alex, did you get a lot of candy? Mm-hmm. Have you done any trading? What did you get?
I traded Reese's for Kit Kats.
Reese's for Kit Kats. That's a good trade. Did you get a lot of candy, Tyson? Yeah? Good.
So the point of this clip was to talk about trading a little bit because you guys did quite a bit of trading after. I remember, Cade, you traded a lot of candy for everybody's Skittles because you were saving up Skittles to give to your friend Nick, and you gave him a giant bag.
Yeah.
his jaw dropped to the ground and he was like freaking out.
Yeah, and Jet, Granny helped trade away all of your peanut candy since you're allergic, right?
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about trading Halloween candy in general? Is it fun? Is it as fun as a trick or treating? It's kind of fun. You get to dump it out, see what you got, sort all your candy. You take this, I'll take that. I like those.
That's like one of my favorite parts.
Well,
Is
I
it
mean,
right when
I
you get
think
back?
I think it's fun, but I think it's one of the least best scenes of Halloween because just the whole experience is way better, and also I like it like when it's a surprise, like when you dump it out and trade. I just want to keep my candy. Really, I don't really care to trade.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Well,
Well-
that's going to conclude.
Wait, can I say
Yeah, go ahead.
one more thing that I love about Halloween? It's the game, the video games, specials
Okay.
or events that happen during Halloween in all video games.
Yeah.
Because like every video game has an event for Halloween. Well, every new game, I guess, but like,
Yeah. What about the movies?
oh yeah, they're
Halloween
awesome.
Oh yeah,
movies?
the movies.
I'm not really.
Jet and I watched the It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown together, right, Jet? And we
Yeah.
watched the Alvin and the Chipmunks one.
Yeah.
So I love those Halloween specials. But what about like scary movies?
Oh, those are.
There's some I want to watch, some I really don't want to watch. Like the ones I would never watch is like The Conjuring. That looks.
That's what I have not seen that. I just told Mom I want to watch that one.
Another one
It's
is
supposed to be
Lights
really
Out.
good.
I don't want to see Lights Out.
See, that
at
just
all.
looks dumb to me. But I heard The Conjuring was really. I'm not a big fan of horror movies because most of them are so dumb. But I heard The Conjuring was actually really good. So I'm gonna check that
I
out.
just don't like little girls. I'm dolls.
I can't
I'm
watch
okay with
any
dolls.
scary
So how about
movie.
The Ring?
Clowns I can handle, but like I can probably handle The Ring because like it doesn't show her face.
No, you
That's the
cannot.
scary part is you
can't.
can't see her face.
I don't want to see
It's
her
really
face.
creepy. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but that one was a scare. I thought that was a scary movie.
Yeah.
All right, that concludes the 5-to-1 Halloween special. Jeez, Jet.
Sorry.
At least do this instead of right into the microphone.
Okay.
That concludes the 5-to-1 Halloween special.
Yeah, boy.
Spooky.
Chicken nugget.
What does that have to do with Halloween?
The chicken nugget deals at McDonald's.
Okay, we're moving on. Okay, so we recently got some feedback from one of our regular listeners, Glenn Solomon, who is also known as your grandpa. And he suggested that it might be a good idea to include a fun fact for each episode. And we did this once, right? We on the live action TV shows at the
Yep.
beginning, I gave some interesting television facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, we should do that. Why not? We're getting listener feedback. We should incorporate some of that feedback. And I put together some fun facts about s'mores since we're doing camping, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The proper spelling is S''MORE.
All right.
It's spelled that way because it's a contraction for some more. Because, let's face it, who doesn't want some more s'mores, right?
Unless
Yeah.
you're getting down on a weight.
Well, if you're a wrestler and you're having to watch your weight, then yeah, you don't want to be eating s'mores. But for everybody else, it's a good thing. Some people spell and pronounce it schmore, but those people are morons and
S'more.
should not be taken seriously. A traditional s'more consists of a fire-roasted toasted marshmallow, a layer of Hershey's chocolate, usually like 2 sections of the chocolate bar, right?
Depends on how big it is.
You sandwich those in between 2 graham crackers. There's lots of variations. I like to put peanut butter on the inside of my graham cracker.
Banana, honey.
Really good. But the traditional s'more, is also it's good on its own. There is a National S'mores Day. I don't know if you guys knew this. It is celebrated on August 10th, but I think that's a crappy date because I would never go camping in August. Too freaking hot. But yeah, the origins of the s'more are unclear, but they have been appearing in recipe books back to as early as the 1920s, and like scouting books, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts books. Back in April of this year, a new Guinness World Record was set when 423 people made s'mores at the same time in California.
What?
Set a world record. 423 people at the same time making s'mores. It was a world record.
3 off.
So, question for you guys. Do you guys set your marshmallows on fire and then blow them out? Or do you slowly toast them until they're just perfectly lightly brown on the outside and
Fire.
about to...
Fire. Definitely fire. No way.
Okay, what about you, Kate?
I like to hold it like above the fire for a long time to make
Yeah.
it golden brown on all sides.
That's what I'm talking about. It gets real big
Okay.
Yeah.
and then real smushy.
Yeah, and
gooey.
then it gets on your like the side. Of
Yeah,
your
you try to
cheese.
bite it and it's so gooey that it like squishes out and gets on
It's so much
my
better than eating
beard.
like, the crusty part, and like you could like peel the black pieces off.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, it just ruins it,
but-
and then it's just a normal marshmallow again. Like,
But hold on. If you put it in the fire immediately, you don't have to wait all that time, and you just stuff it in your mouth. Don't gotta make it all perfect. Nothing's perfect in life except for God and Jesus. Try to name another thing that's perfect in this life.
Star Wars.
Good point, Jet. Now here's the deal. I told you guys what s'mores are made out of, but really, there's one person who can do it way better than me. I'm going to go ahead and let that person have the mic, okay?
Hey, you want a s'more? S'more what? No, you want a s'more. I haven't had anything yet, so how can I have some more of nothing? Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, who cut one?
These are s'more stuff. Okay, pay attention. First, you take the graham. You stick the chocolate on the graham. Then, you roast the mallow.
No, it's my sleeping bag. That's mine.
When the mallow's flaming,
It is yours. It's like a yellow stain.
Like Jet does it,
stick
flaming.
it on the chocolate.
You set the place
Then-
on fire, Ham.
You cover it with the other end.
Here, make me one of those. Yeah, me too.
Then, you stuff it.
Then you stuff it. So
Okay, I know that movie. I love that movie so much. I Am Legend is such a good movie.
shut up. Obviously, that was from The Sandlot.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, small.
You're killing me, Smalls.
People tell me that at school because I'm so small and
You're
I
killing me,
don't know
Smalls.
anything about basketball or football. So like, you're just killing me, Smalls, and they call
You're
me
killing
that
me, Smalls.
because I'm tiny.
Yeah, you are pretty small. You say I'm tiny but mighty. That's what you used to say.
Almost everybody wears that shirt. It has a baseball player and it says, You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, that's a great movie. And they talk about s'mores when they are camping out in the treehouse, right?
Who said that?
It's really sad,
that
though, at the
squirrel
end.
guy?
Huh?
Spunky? Something like that?
Squints?
Quince.
Squirtle.
Squints. He's the one who kissed Wendy Peppercorn.
Yeah, did he tell him
No, that was Ham.
Ham?
The catcher, the chunky one.
Is he like Chuck, kind of?
Chunk?
Chunk from Goonies?
A little bit.
And like Dustin.
All right.
Stranger
Let's
Alright,
move.
it's so sad at the end when
we
the
are
guy-
how far? We are like over 20 minutes into this. We haven't even started our list yet. I know we did a Halloween special, but let's get this ball rolling. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay, Cade, you gonna lead us off?
Sure.
What's your number 5 thing about camping?
Corn. Wrong list. Let's see, cornstarch.
Read off the right list.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows is my number 5 too.
Oh, okay, so you guys both talk about why is marshmallows your number 5?
Because
gooey
you
and
can put it
sticky.
in fire, and when you eat it, it's really good. And you don't gotta wait. And you can put that Hershey bar, and then you burn the Hershey
So
bar.
a question, and then I got a story. Okay, did you guys include marshmallows as one entry and s'mores as a different one, or is this kind of marshmallow s'mores together?
Marshmallows slash s'mores together.
I only put marshmallows, but I mean some more. Later on, never mind.
Okay, I have a quick story about marshmallows and camping because everybody brings them in order to make s'mores, right? And when I was in college, I went on a camping trip with I don't know, somewhere between 40 and 60 people. We all went camping together, and there were a lot of marshmallows there, and we started out just by roasting them like you would think, but then we started throwing them at each other because they're, the big marshmallows are like the perfect size to like chunk at somebody right across the campfire from you. And we got in a marshmallow war, and we were just hurling these things at each other as hard as we could, and it was a lot of fun. And I remember I hit Faham right in the eye, and when I see him, he still brings it up sometimes about how I drilled him in the eye with a marshmallow.
Isn't that the guy that looks like the other baseball player on TV?
No, that's Darren. Oh. Darren looks like Addison Russell. Faham is the guy who works for the Giants, and when we went,
he gave you that Will Clark thing.
He gave me the Will Clark thing, and when we went to the game, he gave us a whole bunch of stuff, bobbleheads and cards.
I still have that bobblehead in my room.
Yeah,
I do not remember it.
I remember one time I had one in my room and Jet had one in his room, and then the hair fell off and I started crying, and Mom came up and she switched them, so I had the good one.
You had the good one,
the bad
yeah.
one.
That was Tim Lincecum.
No,
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We have 2 of them. All right, moving on. Oh my gosh, Jet, what are you choking on something? Did you swallow a hairball?
No, I just cough a lot.
You are today.
It's for fun.
Well, stop doing it because we're recording.
I do it on purpose, and I have to.
It's for fun, but you're not doing it on purpose?
It's for fun.
All right, we're moving on. My number 5 is mornings. I love mornings when you go camping because you always wake up early, right? You wake up basically when the sun comes up, and they're so serene and quiet.
My number 1 is sleep.
And beautiful. And you get good breakfast. You get eggs, bacon. Wait, did you just tell me you're number 1 for real? Dude, we're on number 5.
Yeah, but you mentioned morning.
I know we took a couple weeks off from recording, but have you forgotten how to do a podcast already?
But you have morning, and number 1 is sleep.
It
goes along.
Okay. Well,
I'll explain it when we get to number
well,
one.
yeah, you should have waited till we got there.
It doesn't matter now.
You get a good breakfast. We always cook like eggs and bacon, and it's usually cooked in the grease from the last night's steak that you cooked on the fire. And oh my gosh, it's good. So my number 5 the thing about camping is the mornings. All right, let's move on. Number 4, Cade.
Outdoors.
Okay, can you extrapolate a little bit on that?
And anything that's not under a roof, I like.
Okay.
Because I'm always under a roof and it's dark and I'm staring at a screen. So
With your thumbs moving around. Yeah.
Good.
I kind of have something similar as my number 1 a little bit, but I'm gonna save it for that. Jet, what's your number 4?
Joking around.
Okay, that's a good one actually. I like this. So can you expand on that?
All right. So when you go camping and like you just get everything set up, what me and Cade usually do, we start going around and running around and joking around. We usually bring a football because it's a camping trip and we throw that around.
Yeah.
And
I still can't catch.
And we usually make new friends on the way.
Yeah, because there's other kids out there doing the same thing. So I have this as an honorable mention, and it went along with the marshmallow fight that I talked to you guys about. It's just being like goofy. Right, because you don't have a TV and you're not on your phones, and you're just enjoying each other's company, and you act silly and it's fun. It could include also, Cade, how you like to like chop everything up when we go camping. Did that make your list, by the way?
We bring a hatchet and we go.
Cade likes to like cut down everything he sees and cut it into tiny pieces, and we throw things at each other, and we're just goofy and silly and running around and having a good time. So I had that as an honorable mention, Jet.
I love knives and swords and stuff and messing around with them outside. Like if I see a tree and I'm holding machete, I'm not just gonna walk away. I'm gonna
tree
run
is
up
in
and,
trouble?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chop that tree as much as I can.
Like Raphael?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it Raphael?
No. Okay, my number 4, cooking and meals. Every meal you have while you're camping is a good one.
Yeah, I would.
Wait.
So I got a quick story about that. Okay.
Well, actually, what if you're lost and your plane crashed and you make
That's
a
not
fire
camping.
and you're
That's
camping,
surviving. Different things.
and then you kill a rabbit and you have to eat it?
Well, it would probably taste really good if you were starving.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Enjoy your snake jerky.
When I was in high school, I used to go camping with my friends Lane and a few others, and it was out at this place called Hickory Creek, and you guys have been there once before, actually. So we were about to go to the store to buy some supplies to go camping with, and we're about to leave, and we're at Lane's house, and his dad comes up to Lane and me, and he goes like this with his hands.
You tell away the story.
$100 bill. He hands Lane and me a $100 bill, and he says, "Eat like kings." Okay, to me as a 16-year-old, that was like $1 million. That was a ton of money. And you know what?
It is for me.
We did eat like kings. We bought everything, steak and hot dogs and burgers and
Lane's
brats.
dad is really nice.
It was awesome. Yeah, and I've set that has set the tone for me for every camping trip we've gone on ever since then, because we always buy a ton of really good food and we just cook.
And that's where I got my awesome walking stick.
Yeah. That's not about food or meals, but you're right. We did get a
Moist sirloin steaks.
I don't get sirloin. I get fillets, and we cook brats, and there's cold beer and chips, and the breakfast I mentioned before. It's also good. Everything tastes better cooked over an open campfire.
Sticks.
Sunglasses.
All right, moving on.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Cade, what is your number 3?
Trees and grass.
Okay, can you expand what you mean by that?
I love trees, and especially tall trees, because I remember I was camping with my friend Zeke not that long ago, and they had really tall trees, and it's fall, so their leaves were falling down, and I really wish I had my knife. I would chop everything down. There's really good chopping trees there.
So is this is kind of related to your outdoors one that you just had, I think?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can tell that you made your list in 5 seconds, which is basically what you did.
I thought it was good at the time.
Well, it's a good answer. It's just the same thing as your last one, I think. I think they should be combined. But yeah,
Moving
okay.
on.
Trees are great. Grass, I'm not so sure about.
It's pretty.
Okay, why do you like grass? You hate ants.
I know, but grass is cool.
But it has grass as their territory.
All right, Jet, what is your number 3?
Exploring.
Nice. That's my number 2. But go ahead.
I love exploring because, like, when you're out in nature, you can, like, just observe everything around you, you know? Just, like, look around at the trees and stuff. I usually like looking at birds.
Okay. You like to bird watch?
Bird. Oh. I'm sorry.
I have as my number 2 hiking and exploring kind of combined into one. We like to hike in general, and usually some of the best places to find a hike are out at campgrounds when you're camping already.
I have something really. Hiking is like, and climbing is like my number 1.
Okay, well, you could talk about it. I was going to talk about exploring since that's what Jet brought up. But the most fun we have, even when we go hiking, is when we kind of wander off the beaten path and we do our own exploration. And we typically, that's when we make the memories that you guys like always think about when we think
Giant
back on
rocks
our trip.
I
Big
carry
rocks,
around.
yeah, or sticks. Or we found, that whole cliff jumping place that we found when last time we went camping. We found that because a Devil's Water Hole. But we found that because we got off the trail.
Oh, that was like a 7-foot drop or something like that.
It was much bigger than that.
It's like 20 feet.
It was probably like 20, 25 feet. That one that you guys had to cross to the other side and jump off of, the big one. Yeah, that was way higher. But yeah, that kind of stuff is where you find the most memorable and the fun stuff to do, I think. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just going to say...
I'll expand more on it later.
I'm just going to say number 2 is not as good as the others.
Oh, okay. Well, it's supposed to be better than 3, 4, and 5 by definition, I thought. My number 3 is burning things. So after you get your tent and your site set up,
roasted,
the first thing that everyone wants to do is get the fire going and maybe start cooking. But once you got the fire up, it's fun just to sit around and like throw things in it.
And tell stories.
Yeah, and burn stuff.
And burn down
I
the
get in
house.
trouble sometimes, don't I? You guys
You do.
yell at me for like throwing stuff in there.
Yeah, because you got to be careful, and there's some things that aren't good to throw. You don't want to throw like plastic in there because
Why?
the fumes are bad for you. You don't want to breathe that stuff
Then
in.
put a gas mask on.
Because I bring those when we go camping.
What?
Sarcastically said. But yeah, you sit around, the fire's going, and you just kind of enjoy your surroundings, and you talk, like Jet said, and then you start throwing things in the fire. I threw once when I was younger. We brought easy cheese. You know what easy cheese is? It's like in a can.
Oh, yeah,
and you
the
like
candy?
squirts out the top. No, it's not candy. It's cheese in a can. And you push the button on the top, and the cheese comes out.
You put it on crackers?
No.
Yeah, you put it on crackers. It's not very good, but it's easy. That's why it's called easy cheese. Well, we put it in the fire, and I got it's pressurized. So once it got hot, it expanded and blew up, and then this big wad of cheese just kind of like fell forward. It was so disappointing, but it was still kind of fun. But it's also a great trash can. You throw paper plates and boxes and whatever else you're not using.
Granny told me to spray bug spray at it. I did. It wasn't fun. I sprayed it, and I got so scared because it came up. It came up at me. I was like.
Who did this? Was this when you went camping with Zeke?
No, you guys. When you guys looked away and you guys were like unpacking, Uncle Granny's like,
great.
spray it.
Real smart. Also, like, as it cools off at night, it's really fun to crowd around the fire.
I said Uncle Granny. I did not mean to say that.
Uncle Granny.
I say everything that's like, I see a lot of people like parents' friends or uncle's friends or aunt's friends. I say uncle them.
Yeah.
Even though they're not my uncle. Like my grandpas and stuff like that. I call them uncle something.
Uncle Grandpa.
That's a show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to hear...
I didn't even know it was a show. I mean, I didn't think of it. I knew it was a show, but I didn't, know.
So Cade spraying the bug spray in the fire was really dumb. But I have a story about something I did that was really dumb around a campfire, too. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay. So I was in college, and I went camping with Lane and Brian, and I had a lot of beer.
Drunk. And then...
31 beers.
That's more than the pizza slices you ate.
No, that was 36.
Oh. But that's still a lot.
A lot. And it was over the whole day, but still,
gosh.
that's a lot. And
Wait, were you okay?
I was fine, but at one point I was standing around the fire because it was cold. And
Dare me to jump over it?
No, it wasn't anything like that. But it was cold, so I had like layers of clothes on, and my most outer layer was jeans, and the knees were ripped in the jeans, so there were like frays hanging off, right? You know those little frayed strings?
Ripped jeans?
And one of them caught on fire because I was standing too close to the fire, and I didn't notice. So I'm talking, being goofy, joking around with Lane, and he goes, "Dude, you're on fire." And I thought he meant like I was being funny because like you're on fire. You're telling a lot of good jokes. He goes, no, dude, you're on fire. Look at your knee. And I look down, and my whole knee is like on fire. And then I felt it. And
did it hurt?
It hurt a lot. And Lane goes, he goes, dude, drop and roll. So because he had a lot of beer too, so he didn't say it right.
I don't even remember it now.
Stop, drop, and roll is the correct way to say that. So he's like, drop, and roll. So I did. I got down on the ground and I started rolling around, and Lane and Brian came over and like threw dirt on my knee, basically.
Dumb.
I love drunk stories.
So that was my burning the knee story.
Drop, roll.
Yeah, and that hurt a lot. I was pretty badly burned from that, so it hurt for a while. All right, moving on. Cade, your number 2.
My number 2 is cutting and chopping and like playing around with knives.
Okay, so we saw this a lot the last time we went camping. There was like a tree stump there.
I was on that thing the entire day. I was just swinging my machete.
And we found they wouldn't allow us to take. We couldn't cut down branches and stuff for firewood, but we found a bunch because we were right next to the water, and there were some that had already been like broken off.
Yeah,
so we were dragging them out of the water, and then we let them dry off, and then you would cut them to pieces, and we'd use them for fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fun.
A lot of people like to like whittle. Do you know what whittling is?
Yes, you make a sweater.
I'm not good with that. Not good.
You're more the big like throwing and chopping at things as opposed to the whittling.
A lot of old people do it when they like get 2 clippers and it boom and it like makes and it makes.
You're killing me, Smalls.
And it makes strings and it keeps making strings to
2
make a
clippers
sweater.
and the boom
boom
makes
Smalls.
strings.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Old women do it a lot.
Are you talking about knitting?
Oh, I got mixed up.
Yeah, that's not the same thing as whittling.
What
Whittling
is
is when you
whittling?
have like a
It
piece
has to
of
do something with
wood.
string.
No, and a pocket knife or some type of knife, and you shave off bits of the
Oh
wood
yeah, and
into
make it skinless.
yeah, you make skinless wood, or you shape it into something. Some people will shape it into like a horse or
A hat.
You skin it and then you
spear.
hang
A
it from
bat.
a tree.
Okay.
Predator.
Yeah, this is you guys are.
See, I tried that once with Hayden in the backyard, and I
killing me,
couldn't
Smalls.
control it.
That's enough.
I really.
Oh, you're
couldn't.
talking about whittling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just sit there and you go away from your body.
I sort of cut like the tip of my finger.
Well, then you weren't doing it right.
I'm so bad at like stuff like that, like crafty things. Like I was never really good at art. I can
Yeah,
like,
you
make
can draw
Pokemon.
Pokemon really well.
I can draw Pokemon, but I can't like make stuff. Like my clay sculptures are terrible.
I moved this thing like right next to your face, and you keep backing up. Hey, Jet, what is your number 2?
Alright, it kind of sucks. It's finding
Finding what?
sticks and stuff on the ground.
Okay,
Walk around.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like you're exploring one, because when you go out exploring, you guys do pick up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just I'm really grabby, so I pick up sticks and then I chuck it and then I get a new one. And it just
Yeah,
goes
you
on
do that a
forever.
lot. Do you remember last time we went camping in the spring?
Yep.
And we went on a hike, and Granny was there too, and we found all of those rocks that had like if you looked at the side of the rock face that we were climbing up, you could see lines that were, was it quartz or marble? I think it was quartz that was running through, and it was white, and it was a different color than the rest of the rock.
Yeah.
Well, we found a lot of rocks that had bits and pieces of that quartz inside there. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was you guys find stuff like that all the time, and then I end
I
up
love doing
loading
stuff
up
like
my
that.
pockets with rocks and other things so that we can.
And recently, you remember when we were taking stuff out of the Jeep and you found rocks?
That's right. Those were from the camping trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So-
recently.
You guys do that a lot. You always want to keep little mementos of things to kind of remember that trip. But
And
the problem
collectible.
is, you put
Don't
these
label
rocks.
them.
You don't label them. You put them up with everything else, and then you forget where they're from.
We put them on the
This
shelf.
was from
Yeah.
Slide Rock Park.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is from Grand Canyon. No.
Yeah.
It's
So
just a rock.
that's a good one though, Jed. I like that.
It's a rock.
My number 2, I already talked about. It was hiking and exploring, so we could move on. Cade, what is your number 1?
Hiking and climbing.
Okay, so you said you were going to save your explanation for later. So what is it?
So I love to walk around and like just go somewhere that's not like where I just want to go play someplace new. so I can see things and like.
That's so.
I remember like where were we? I think it was like in Houston or something. It was you, me, and Jed. We were out there for a tournament or something.
Oh, was it canyon?
It's like a canyon, didn't
Rocky, yes.
It was like the
in
last Houston tournament.
February.
No,
Yeah,
there's not a canyon near Houston. I think you're thinking
not Houston.
maybe of Amarillo.
Yeah, Amarillo.
Yeah, we went to what is
fun.
the name of that park? It's the second biggest canyon in North America behind the Grand Canyon, Palo Duro Canyon.
Oh,
Love Palo Duro.
We hiked all the way down into the canyon and back
I
out.
slid down that little like rock thing.
Yeah. No, that's I like that too. And in fact, that's kind of my number one. I'll just go ahead and say it. My number one is nature, and what I mean by that,
kind of number 3 for me.
yeah, kind of what you said for number 3.
Exploring like nature, you know.
And like I even have in my notes here. It kind of goes with exploring, but I wanted to separate it because I really like number one. When you go camping, you really connect with nature. You're out in it, right? And it's different than
screen.
It's just a different experience.
A virtual nature.
Yeah,
Electronics.
It reminds you of how
Battlefield
truly
1.
awesome and beautiful our planet really is. And when you see mountains and waterfalls and canyons and swimming holes and cliffs and all that stuff, it's just awesome. And I remember I went camping in Sedona, which is in Arizona. It's kind of near the Grand Canyon. It's in northern Arizona. It's where Slide Rock Park, remember that? We went to Sedona. We went hiking there. We went to the Cathedral Rock.
Nope.
It was the first time you ever went hiking, Jet.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, anyway, I went camping out there.
on somebody's back like Yoda?
No, you did it on your own. Me and Mom were so impressed with you, actually. You were really little, and you, like, nailed it. It was awesome. But my first semester...
Something I remember is when we ran across that Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, that was later on the same trip.
That was so fun.
You slept half of it.
Fun.
You're in the stroller.
You were in a stroller, and it was cold.
It was fun, though.
It was fun.
Was I cute?
Yeah, you've always been cute. But my first semester at U of A, I went with my roommate, Chris Landauer, and a few other friends. This is before I met my real close group of friends. But we went camping out in Sedona, and I had never seen that many stars in my whole life. I mean, it was just awesome. And I remember laying on my back, looking up at the sky, and we were in a forest. It had really tall trees, but I found a spot where I could see the sky, and I was just watching shooting stars. And I like that kind of stuff.
I've only seen one shooting star in my life, and that was when we went to that Star Wars
I probably
thing.
saw 30 that night.
Oh my gosh!
Because it was so clear. You could see so many. So we were so far away from the city
I've seen
lights.
a few. Like I've seen quite a bit.
But yeah, that kind of stuff is awesome. to me.
Mine was really recently. It's when we went to that Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I remember you pointed it out.
I saw it.
That's the first one I've ever saw. And
Well,
I've never seen
at some point
another
we'll
one.
go camping in Sedona, and you'll see a bunch because you can see so many stars out there. All right, Jet, what's your number one?
Sleep.
Why would you pick sleep? Can you explain?
All right, so like when you go camping, for some reason I sleep better than like I've never slept before. It's
Totally.
amazing when I sleep. I'm so comfortable, and when I wake up, I still feel amazing.
Yeah, and you wake up early.
Yeah.
And the mornings are great.
Yeah, I if you know me, I kind of hate like waking up late. I love waking up early. You know.
Yeah, you come down and the first thing you tell me is, I woke up at 8:02 today.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You do sleep better for whatever reason. There's no distractions.
Not that one trip,
Yeah.
but the one
Okay,
that's,
so there was an exception to that, but I was really the only one who was up the whole night. You guys slept because I was holding up the tent.
Thunder.
Yeah, so for our listeners, last time we went camping, we bought a new tent. It is a gigantic 3-bedroom
awesome.
tent. It's one of those self-set-up tents that all you got to do is pull on a few poles and boom, it's up in like less than 2 minutes. And the boys slept in one bedroom. My wife and I slept in another bedroom, and in the middle bedroom was Granny. She was there with us. We had 3 queen-size inflatable mattresses and still had room to walk around. Huge tent. First night, it stormed a lot, but the tent held up. And it was a little bit wobbly at times, but I was like, man, this is a good tent. Second night, it stormed again, and the tent did not hold up at all. It collapsed.
What did you do the whole night?
Well, okay, it collapsed probably 30 to 40 times.
Oh my god!
The first couple, I would wake up, get up out of bed, push it up real quick so it didn't fall on you guys. And I would hold it there for a minute, and then I'd go outside and make sure all the stakes were in the ground correctly and everything. And it was raining, right? So I'm getting wet the whole time. And everything looked good. I'd come back inside, I'd go to sleep. 10 minutes later, it would collapse again.
Oh my
I did this
God.
enough times to where I, at about probably 2 or 3 in the morning, got up, and I just stayed up all night, and I held up the tent so you guys could sleep. And waited for it to quit raining, and it never did. And then the daylight came, and I'm still holding the tent up. And eventually I was like, I am so tired. I just want to get out of here. So I woke everybody up. I had all you guys go sit in the car, and I packed up the entire campsite in the rain. And it was freezing, and I was soaking wet, and I had been up all night, and it was horrible.
Did you leave? Did we leave?
We all left, yeah. We went and we...
Did you leave?
We all went and ate at that restaurant, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun, though.
It was fun. It was fun because we weren't outside anymore. That was horrible. Okay, so speaking of... well, actually, let's not do that. Let's do honorable mentions first. You guys, Kay, do you have any honorable mentions? No. Okay, Jet, do you have any honorable mentions? Okay, mine were s'mores, which we already talked about, swimming, which I don't really do, but you guys love to do when we go camping, and I'm really surprised that neither one of you...
I saw a turtle.
I'm really surprised that neither one of you put that on your list.
I saw a dolphin.
I saw a dolphin.
Why didn't you guys put swimming on your list?
Totally forgot. That would have totally made it.
Yeah,
I love
I forgot.
Instead of putting outdoors as one and trees as another, you could use one of them for swimming.
But I go swimming in the summer.
Yeah, but it's different than when you go swimming when you're camping.
It's so exhilarating and exciting. Even when it's like freezing cold outside, I can still go swimming. Like it's
Me
just,
too.
What about like when we went to Jacob's Well, that giant scary hole that's in the ground that you can't tell how deep it goes?
And then like if you like swim like staying directly in the middle, it feels like you're sinking
getting
down.
Sucked down. Yeah,
that's scary.
Remember.
It's near Austin. It's like a big hole in the ground.
I've like seen like photos. And
we
stuff
went to
of
it.
You
jumped in it, and it wasn't that long ago. It was it was last year.
Was it long down?
Well, you didn't actually swim down into it because that would be really dumb. You wouldn't be able to get back out. But it's a big hole, and it's kind of cold water. We also went to another park where they had the swing, and Cade was going off the swing and like doing flips in the air and then landing in the water, and all the water was cold there too.
Do you really not remember any of this? It was like so fun. You were having so much fun.
I think it was 2 years ago because then we went to we hiked Enchanted Rock.
No.
Oh my!
You don't remember hiking Enchanted Rock?
No.
You were the first one up there. You brought your headphones and you sat up there.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was so fun. Oh, so what is the other part? The hole. I don't remember.
I brought Altoids, mints, and I ate all of them.
Yeah, there was a big hole.
I don't remember that, but I remember the Enchanted Rock.
Okay.
You jumped down that one spot to see how far it was down because it was like a big like a half circle, and then it was like cliff all the way down.
Yeah, that was actually the first time we found that the cliff jumping at Devil's
water hole,
but we didn't go camping that year. We came back the next year and we went camping. But we went back, and do you remember all those fish had all gathered?
Yes. I remember.
And you guys were like digging under the rock trying to grab, and they were big fish too.
And we couldn't get it.
You could feel them, but you couldn't grab them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last thing I had as honorable mention was fishing and hunting, which I don't hunt, and I don't really fish either because I don't eat fish, but fishing is fun. But we haven't really done that on a camping trip yet.
I've never fished.
Yeah. I used to go fishing with my dad.
I would never go hunting. I'm a total animal lover, not a vegetarian, but
I like
animal lover.
I like animals, but if I was survival, I could kill a rabbit with no problem. I'd be like,
well, if you're trying to survive. Now,
I
who
could
did
kill a
you
rabbit
learn?
singly.
Who did you just learn is really good with a bow and arrow and hunting?
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Bo knows hunting.
Really?
That dude is unbelievable. We saw him shoot a bow and arrow. I watched the 30 for 30 special.
And he had that target, and it went right down the
drilled
middle.
it. And he makes his own arrows. That's what he does in his, like how I come back in here and I do my stuff. He goes into his man cave and he makes arrows. How cool is that?
He's like,
Bo Jackson
awesome.
is unbelievable. I already love Bo Jackson, but after watching that 30 for 30, I really love Bo Jackson.
So at school, there's this guy. He guesses everybody's name just to be like silly. He's like a watchdog dad. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So he goes there, and I said to Ryan, I said, I hope I get Bo Jackson. And he gave me Lewis. I was so mad. I got Lewis.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, speaking of hunting, this is a really funny kid named Dylan at school. And, like, we get really lost in class because our teacher likes to talk to us a lot. If we, like, do all of our work and we're good, she'll, like, talk to us for the last 30 minutes of class because it's double-blocked English. And then they were talking about hunting and stuff, and he goes, I shot my first turkey this year. Everybody in the dairy, in the frozen section was so scared for some reason.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, hunting's never been my thing. I
wish I could hunt. It seems fun.
Honestly, it does seem like it's fun, but
I would kill a rabbit with ease.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could actually kill an animal unless it was. I mean, I know I eat dead animals, and somebody else is doing the killing for me. I get that, but I don't know.
I could do it.
I don't like it.
I don't like the idea of it unless it just something bothers me about it when it's for sport. When you're hunting for sport, you're killing something else just for the fun of it, basically, and that bothers me somewhere.
What bothers me more is for money, like.
Like you mean like poachers? Yeah, that's horrible
oh my
because
God.
they will take endangered animals and kill them for their tusk or like an elephant for his tusk.
And they'll leave it to die. Like they'll shoot it, till it's weak, and they'll cut off the tusk and they'll leave it there to die.
Yeah, that's like the worst. I mean,
I could kill like deers and rabbits, but I definitely could not kill like a dog or anything like that.
Why?
Let's go hunting for dogs.
What's the difference? Because you have a dog in your house?
No, it's just
they're
not
still
the
living
same.
animals. I mean, they're
They
more
don't
wild.
live for long. Just
Okay, you could say that about people.
people live like up to 100 years.
That's not that long.
What are you talking about?
How long has the Earth been around, Jet?
Like 55
Like
zillion?
almost, it's like 4.6, 4.7 billion years. How much is 100 years compared to 4.6 billion? Our lives are very short.
5 billion 999
It's a lot more,
million
right?
999
Okay. Anyway, we're not going to get anywhere on this topic, but I think your logic is flawed that it's fine to kill one animal but not another. They're all animals.
I guess. But what about a bunny for survival? Like, could
it's
you do that?
different if it's for survival. If I was dying of hunger and I had to eat, I would eat a rabbit when it was still alive. I would put it in my mouth and just bite it and shoot. Okay? I'm
kill
talking
it.
about hunting for sport or, like Cade said, for poaching reasons, for money. To me, there's something wrong with it. It just doesn't sit right with me. Anyway, we're moving on.
I heard if you see a poacher, like
Poaching is illegal.
Yeah, I heard it's okay to shoot someone if they're poaching for elephants and stuff.
Maybe in Africa, not in America.
I
You can't
would
shoot a
never
person
shoot an
unless they're
elephant.
trespassing on your property.
Like I was reading about it. We were reading about it in class in this magazine. One pair of rhino horns, the front and the back one, would sell for $400,000.
Yeah, that's why
And
they
like
poach.
elephant,
That's how they get paid.
Elephants are like $300,000 for their
Because they're
tusk.
tusks made out of ivory, which is
Like
very expensive.
statues and
Alright,
stuff.
Piano
so
keys, all
I
sorts
could,
of stuff.
I could probably kill.
Jewelry.
Well, besides bugs, I could probably kill only 2 animals: bunnies.
What's wrong with bunnies?
Bunnies and deers.
See, I could kill
Cute but dumb.
any bugs. I don't give a s about. I'll kill all the bugs. Bugs. I hate bugs.
I'll keep spiders in the house.
I like spiders because they kill other bugs, and spiders aren't really bugs; they're arachnids. And I like bees. I won't kill bees either.
they're helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, one time I was at Granny's house and I got that thing and I went boom! I hit that bee out.
The only animal that I could really see myself killing without much remorse would be a snake, and that's because they're dangerous. And if they're in my house, I'm probably going to kill them. Otherwise, what's wrong with rabbits? Why are rabbits different than dogs or cats? Or
Cute but dumb.
who cares if they're dumb? Okay. Like I said, we're moving on. What do you have as the worst thing about camping, Cade?
Ants.
Bugs.
Ants, bugs, those are both good ones.
I hate ants more than
hate
anything.
bugs.
You are terrified of ants.
I don't care for ants for some reason. Like, to me, they're very, very small. And if you look at them, they don't have like a face. They basically just
I
look
saw
like
a picture
dot.
of an ant that was under a microscope, and you could see his face, and it was pretty terrifying, actually. He looked like
I'd rather
really
be.
scary
I'd
alien.
rather be in a room swarming with bees than in a room with swarming with ants on the ground.
I've always wanted to see what a heart looks like.
What? What does that have to do with anything we're talking about?
I'm probably going to cut that part out. What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh.
Why? It's so random. Like, why?
Because you're seeing an ant up close, and I want to see what a heart looks like. Like, you see those hearts, like, the sticker hearts? But, like, what does your actual heart look
It
like?
looks like a potato.
Yeah.
With valves sticking out.
Ew, it looks disgusting a bit.
Okay, my worst was packing up. Because
Sad.
it means your trip is over, and it's a lot of hard work. And the only upside is like the leftover trash, you just throw it in the fire. You get to burn stuff some more. That part's fun. And I thought about putting rain because it rained a lot on our last camping trip, but really the rain wasn't the bad part. It was our tent falling down.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout outs. I have a shout out this week. It goes to Shelly Bennett,
Mimi.
also known as Mimi, to Cade and Jet.
AKA.
a.k.a. She caught up on our episodes and was asking for one last Friday when we didn't publish one. And we've been camping with Mimi once before. We went to Hickory Creek.
Oh, that was a long
time ago. But a fun place to camp. So, Mimi, thank you for listening and playing with us on Facebook. I'm ready to wrap up.
Oh, wait, we have to mention the next episode.
I swear, Jet. That is part of the wrap-up. This is the last thing we say. How do you always forget?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Thank you to everybody for taking the time to listen. Please check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/5to1podcast or tweet us at 5to1podcast. Give us your opinions there. Let us know why you agree or why you think we are idiots. We want your opinion. Also, it's a great spot to leave us suggestions or ideas for future episodes, like Grandpa did with the fact of the day, the fact of the week, whatever. Also, please take the time to give us a review on iTunes. Last time I checked, we still only had 3. So we don't even qualify yet for like other people to look us up for our reviews because you have to have at least 5. So get out there and give us an iTunes review. Hey, Kate and Jet, if you guys gave us iTunes reviews, we'd be at 5. There you go.
Well, do it for us.
Roar, roar.
When we're not looking, take it and go poof.
You can also write us at 5to1podcast@gmail.com. So there's a lot of ways to get a hold of us. Hey, Jet. Why don't we tell everybody to please join us next time on 5to1 for our discussion on top 5 movie actors.
Maybe something else.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Kate, anything you want to say?
Love you.
You're killing me, Smalls.